The power of silence. Embrace the beauty of stillness for personal growth in a noisy world. Silence is rare. And maybe a little scary. We've become so used to the constant hum of social media, the ping of notifications, or even the need to fill every quiet moment with music, videos, or conversation. But let me tell you this, there is beauty in stillness. There is power in silence. And sometimes, what your heart needs most is not more noise, but more space to breathe. Silence is not emptiness. It's fullness. Silence doesn't mean loneliness. It doesn't mean isolation. Silence is where we meet our truest self, the version of us that doesn't need filters, approval, or validation from the outside world. It's where healing begins. It's where clarity lives. When you learn to sit in silence, even if it feels uncomfortable at first, you're learning how to listen to your soul. In a world that constantly demands our attention, there's something deeply powerful about silence. We often think of silence as just the absence of sound, but in reality, it's much more than that. Silence is a space where we can reconnect with ourselves, discover deeper truths, and find the clarity we've been seeking all along. Why we fear silence? We fear silence because it forces us to face what we've been avoiding. Our thoughts, our worries, our past mistakes, our dreams we keep putting off. But here's the truth, silence doesn't hurt us. It heals us. When we sit in stillness, we create room for peace. We create space for answers to rise naturally. We reconnect with our inner calm, and that is priceless in a chaotic world. What happens when you embrace silence? 1. You discover inner peace. Suddenly, you realize you don't need to keep running. You are enough, right here, right now. 2. You become more mindful. Silence teaches you to be present. To taste your coffee slowly. To feel the sun on your face. To notice the beauty around you. 3. You hear your true voice without noise. You'll start hearing your inner wisdom. The gentle voice that guides you toward your purpose. 4. You build emotional strength. Being comfortable with silence means being comfortable with yourself, all of you. And that is true strength. The gift of silence. I know it can feel uncomfortable at first. Sitting in complete silence, surrounded by the noise of our own thoughts and the world around us. But I want to remind you, there is incredible power in that discomfort. When was the last time you gave yourself permission to just be still? The truth is, we live in a world that glorifies busyness. There's this constant pressure to do more, be more, and stay connected at all times. But here's the thing, true growth doesn't come from filling every moment with activity. It comes from embracing the quiet and allowing space for self-reflection, healing, and transformation. The transformative power of silence. Silence is not just the absence of sound, it's the presence of everything we need. When we allow ourselves to be in silence, we create a safe space where we can listen to the whispers of our hearts, where we can hear our true thoughts and desires without the distractions of the world. 1. Restores mental clarity. In the midst of chaos, silence offers clarity. Enhances self-reflection. How often do we rush through life without taking the time to pause and reflect? Improves emotional health. In a world that is constantly moving, silence is healing. Deepens mindfulness and presence. When was the last time you fully experienced a moment? Fosters spiritual growth. For many of us, silence is also a spiritual practice. How to make silence your ally. I know the thought of embracing silence might feel intimidating at first. It's easy to think that being busy or surrounded by noise makes us more productive or important, but that's a lie we tell ourselves. Silence is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. So, how can we begin to make silence a regular part of our lives? Start small. You don't have to dive into hours of silence right away. Start with just a few minutes each day. Sit in a quiet space and simply breathe. Allow yourself to do nothing but be in that moment. Let go of the guilt of not doing something. Create a quiet sanctuary. Find a place where you can retreat to when the world gets too loud. It might be a corner in your home, a peaceful garden, or even a quiet park bench. Make this your sacred space where you can tune out the noise and tune into your own heart. Make time for meditation. Meditation is one of the most powerful ways to embrace silence. Even if it's just for 5 minutes a day, meditation allows you to quiet your mind and center your spirit. Don't worry if your mind wanders, that's natural. The goal is not to force silence, but to invite it in, gently and with love. Be okay with being alone. Being in silence often means being alone with yourself, and for some, that can feel uncomfortable. But I want to encourage you, don't be afraid to be alone. You are your own greatest companion. The silence you're afraid of is the space where you'll discover who you really are. It's where you'll find your true strength, your clarity, and your peace. The silent journey to self-discovery. We are often so afraid of silence because it's where we confront the parts of ourselves that we avoid. But here's the beautiful truth: silence is not something to fear. It is the very space where transformation happens. It's where we can heal, grow, and connect with the deepest parts of ourselves. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed or disconnected, take a deep breath and step into the silence. Allow it to wash over you and fill the empty spaces inside. Silence is not empty. It's full of possibilities, of answers, and of the peace you've been searching for. Dear reader, don't be afraid to be alone. Silence is not your enemy. Silence is your homecoming. In the stillness, you will remember who you truly are. You don't need noise to feel alive. You need presence. You need peace. You need you. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely. In fact, solitude is sacred. Silence is powerful. You'll be amazed at what you'll discover within yourself when you choose stillness over noise. Let the world be loud. Let your heart be quiet. And in that quiet, may you find your peace, your strength, your truth. Embrace the beauty of stillness. Your soul has been waiting for it.